Now I want to show you something about Native Americans. I have more than this. I just didn't bring all of them because I didn't have space in here for all these books on the table surface. I've got one here, Popol Vuh is the creation story of the Maya. And I've got Navajo alphabet book. It actually has letters, and it has like juniper berries and kia, which I guess is, I don't know what that is, must be a plant. Fry bread, grandma. So it's kind of a mix between English and Navajo. It shows things in Navajo culture, but it uses the dictionary to talk about those. It's always important in books, and I sent this to you today, that you have actual people that know what they're talking about when they write these books. The author of this book, Lucy Tapahonso, is a member of the Diné Nation Navajo of New Mexico, an associate professor of English at the University of Kansas in Lawrence. And again, below here we also have a native of New Mexico there. And I love this. They have all kinds of little vocabulary words in the back to help you pronounce the words in Navajo. I've got one because you cannot talk about Native Americans without talking about the history. And history is not always a great one. Here's some books I got off a friend, poems called The Aboriginal Sin, and I think he was trying to bring out the situation there, what existed in the 1800s and further on. A real difficult one here. This is the same young man as he came into the boarding school and as he was transformed into a white man, and that's literally what happened. And there was a lot of abuse there. You know, you can't take somebody's language and culture and take them away from their parents without destroying them. Talks about the Carlisle School and what was done to civilize them, and that's why I have these books, so you know that this was not some kind of this was a genocide, not of just people, but of language and culture. For people in Alaska, I picked up this one on the Omaha, and we do have the Omaha in Nebraska. Talks about their background, sacred legends, and where they lived. It shows the reservation here above Omaha, Nebraska, and their areas. The Omaha actually are in a reservation near where they had their territory. I don't know what that's all that great, but there's 4 seasons of corn. This is kind of shows Native Americans living on a Winnebago reservation, and just above the Omaha reservation, the Winnebago were from I think Wisconsin. You know, you're gonna have to give me a little leeway on this because I can't remember everything. I haven't read all these recently. Read them a long time ago. Then down here, this is one, and I love books that have great illustrations. This one is about the Apaches, and it talks about ceremonies, dancing in circles, and you probably know something about the, you may have seen some of the, in Southwest, some of the elaborate, I would say headdresses and clothing they wear for spiritual. And this is what is really beautiful in here. It's almost mythical. Well, it is mythical, obviously, but it shows here foundation of the earth, and the 4 gone represent balance and stability. They're calling on the mountain spirits. It almost looks like, I mean, you see this beautiful drawing or painting of the ceremony and the night, and this is incredibly. I just love the illustration and the art. It's almost like they're wearing lightning rods on their heads, which they are. They're, I guess, they're carrying swords, and it's a powerful dance. The 4 directions, and talks about the medicine man. And so these are very, very important. I'm trying to illustrate here is the beauty of the book itself. And I've got some on Australia that are extraordinary, deal with Aboriginal backgrounds. So you have both the content, you want the authenticity, and you want a quality book by people that know what they're doing. Okay, we'll go to another one in a little bit.